Welcome back, everybody, to Blunder Dungeon. This is episode 31. So everyone say it with me at the same time. Anita Max 31. This is a podcast. Oh, good eyebrow, Tanner. Let's get a skeptical look. Now let's get a confused look. Now let's get an intrigued
You're
look.
lifting the cord.
Okay, now
They're all
let's
the same.
now let's get an inquisitive look. Good, very good.
So much rain.
I was really struggling to come up with
So much rage.
one eyebrow raised emotions.
I can't do the other eyebrow.
Really? Everyone raised the
I can only
raise
do
the eyebrow that you
I
can
can only
do.
do one.
I
I can only do
can't.
one.
I can't do either.
You can't do either, Bears?
They both go up.
She's
I
had
can't
a
do just
lot
one.
of work done.
I think I can do both.
I'm full of Botox.
Paris got viciously mobbed by the ASU frat king.
Old news.
Everyone knows.
What does that mean?
Your
I have no clue what that
cortisol
means.
levels are something spiking.
Paris is jester maxing right now.
I don't know
Wait,
what we're
what if
talking
I
about.
what if I point the camera at my own screen?
Oh, Tanner's doxing himself.
Whoa!
He is absolutely screen maxing.
Great time to shout out the video version of the podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
Wrapped. Oh yeah. That's...
Yeah, also shout out Spotify Wrapped. It's all AI now, I think.
It's February.
Shout out all the raps because apparently that's a thing now.
Yeah.
Apple gives me monthly recaps of my listening.
Monthly. Is that too much?
Crickets.
Have you guys?
Tanner, give me Wrapped.
Which part?
Like the emotion Wrapped. Good. There you go. Yeah.
You know the Tom Cruise meme?
Do
where
not
he's
turn
like-
your camera one more time.
I don't know that one actually.
What about the guy who looks at trains and it's like the real fisheye?
Yeah.
I guess it's not really close up, but Tom Cruise is gaming and he's sweating and he's like,
We have to spend more than 1
That's
second
not
on a
Tom
reference.
Cruise.
That's not Tom Cruise.
It's like a
looks like Tom
random, like
Cruise.
Eastern European boy.
I thought he was a streamer.
Maybe.
Oh, that
Is he
Tom
not
Cruise.
Eastern European?
I saw a video today that claimed Ben Stiller and Tom Cruise are the only two actors who look good while running on camera.
Does Tom Cruise look good? I feel like he looks freakish.
Wait, that's not Tom Cruise. Why is this not? Does that not look like Tom Cruise?
No.
You have to be short.
He can't be gangly because LeBron doesn't have a good running form. His
Unless
feet
he
go out like this.
decides to warm up in front of the Lakers cheerleaders shirtless, just doing full court layups.
Recap time.
Awesome start.
Well, first we gotta say who we are. My name is Cameron. I'm the DM, and I'm joined by Tanner today.
Why is there an ad?
I'm also joined by David.
I am also here.
What's your character?
David's character is Mavros McOakenshade.
That's true. David, what were you gonna think of?
I was trying to think of an answer to Tanner's question on why there's an ad. But Tanner is Gradient T. Adrian.
Oh, and we're also here with Corey.
Hello, I'm here. Present. And I play Nag.
Nice, yeah. And we're also here with Paris.
I forgot what our intro was. I'm here with Benny C.
Oh. And I'm also here with Woolsey.
I'm here with I play Benny C. I'm here with the character that's probably about to die. Allison.
Yes. Very interesting. Very interesting you say that. That'll lead us right into our recap. That was a confusing intro. This has been a really confusing
Yeah.
episode.
We're out of jorts.
So we can start over. Reset.
Yeah.
think
Let's
so.
do it really
I think
clean.
so.
Really clean.
Really
Okay?
clean, really dry.
Really rehearsed.
Listen to the theme song.
Gotta love these hot takes and high stakes.
Nice. Recap time. Allison, how did Nee become your steward?
I had to watch her because the headmaster Caleth asked me to watch her.
Right,
deception.
Roll deception. That's the
Allison's
story.
now
Give me a
lying to
deception
the DM.
Deception in the intro is
Yeah,
great.
I'm just gonna gaslight Cameron. This
She
is
started
what
to believe it.
happened. Wait, do you actually want me to roll
Give
a
me a deception roll. We'll
See
see
if
if
you
you can
believe it.
rewrite history.
9.
9? Yeah, not a chance. Allison got caught stealing. And Caleth assigned Nee as her quote-unquote steward. After that happened, y'all all went to the circus, yeah?
Yes.
Everyone
Yeah.
went to the circus, the Cirque de Lune. And Nak, what's your relationship with the Cirque de Lune?
I like it.
It's just as simple as that.
it. And that's it.
But like, you know,
I used to watch as a kid.
you have some kind of goal, no?
Oh, yeah. The whole reason why I went on Janam Wants You is because I want to be a performer. And my dream is to be a acrobatist.
Acrobatist.
Trapeze artist.
Trapeze
Acrobat.
acrobatist.
Whatever the circus folk call it.
Mavros, did you all sit together or separately?
I sat with Gradient, but we were all kind of dispersed.
Inexplicably. What did Gradient, what was brought out in a big cage?
Not a zombie.
That's so true. But what was
Or a vampire.
That's also so true.
But it definitely was something interesting. It was a monster.
It was, and it's so strange that you remember the two things that are kind of not related to the plot that it wasn't, and then one thing that's very related to the plot that it was.
It was not Roctopus.
You're getting so close.
I think it's like that.
Oh, a rat.
No,
Wasn't it a big Cooper?
Slug.
it was a big slug, a massive slug that looked just like Cooper F. Allison, you rizzed up some guards, to be completely honest with you.
It's true. It's true.
And they thought you were really cool, and you listened into a conversation. Do you remember what was said and by who?
My notes are as followed. Number 1, wonderful, good. Number 2, isn't it slug? Bad. Number 1 again, beast job. Number 3, what is truly disturbing, dirty magic, pure defile? I think that's Callow. Number 4, drow bard. Rufus, question mark? And then problem.
That covers it, essentially. But there were only 3 people there, and yeah, essentially, the high mage who was called Callow, the voice that you heard, basically said that he doesn't like the circus folk and that they should kick out Rabade from Rajangar. Nak, Mavros, Gradient, and Benny, you all coalesced together to sit next to each other for Act 2 of the circus while the intermission was happening. Allison, what did you do during the intermission?
I went looking for Nee.
And what did you find?
Some vampires. They look really friendly.
I think it was just
and they're
one.
not gonna.
I think it was just
3.
one.
I thought there were a few.
Trying to help you out.
Oh yeah, there was just one. And he looked really tired and like he was about to go to bed.
So interesting. I would have you roll a deception check if I didn't already have a map with 3 vampire spawn dragging Nee away towards the front of the tent.
Paris has been stressed about this
That's
for
so
like
bad.
for
That's
2
so
weeks now.
bad. I will not die.
Allison, to start the confrontation, you casted command and made one of them drop Nee. So there are still 3 vampire spawn there, but none of them are holding on to Nee at the moment. They are surrounding her. And that is where we are now.
Okay.
Good active listening, Tanner.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Thank you.
Tanner has
Such an uncomfortable laugh.
the AI thing
you.
that like
Thank
makes it so your eyes are making eye contact with the screen.
Oh yeah, like the super unsettling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So real.
Thank you.
It was a weird one, Tanner.
Thank you.
Go ahead and do that pose on your chair.
Cool.
Oh,
Okay.
dear Lord. Oh dear.
The screen share because
Thank you.
no, Tanner, stop.
No.
There's an echo.
Nope.
There's an echo.
Oh, there's an echo. Fuck me and my goat ass.
Unfortunately, we'll have to cut what we just saw.
No.
This is the best content. That's the single best 3 seconds we recorded.
Suddenly, we have patrons.
Yeah, that'll make the TikTok.
Yeah, I think that one might make the TikTok. I think that one might be our Instagram profile picture. So, Allison, you are currently staring down 3 vampire spawn. One of them has just dropped Nee, who has collapsed unconscious against the sandy wooden planks that make up the floor of the circus tent.
It's a nice color floor.
You think it's a nice color floor?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, Allison, these vampire spawn are looking at you. Anything you want to do?
Hey. Hello.
Strong start.
I'm going to keep talking to them, but I also want to connect with Bax to go get help.
Bax flies. I think Bax was like circling around outside. Bax flies past and towards the interior of the tent as you're kind of talking to these vampire spawn. One of them reaches down to grab knee again. Two of them start moving towards you. Roll initiative.
Don't do that. 17.
This confrontation has begun.
Doesn't have to be a confrontation.
Well, they're making it one. Bax has flown towards the tent, and as that happens, we're going to cut back to the tent. Knack,
What is that?
Mavros, Gradient, and Benny. Y'all are all sitting in the circus tent watching the show. It has started back up. There's loud music playing from somewhere you can't quite pinpoint. The music is a little bit more beautiful than circus music usually is. And Benny, as a musician, you can pick up a hint of like sadness in the melodies and tasteful dissonance in the harmonies. There's a circus clown standing in the middle of the ring, pulling off some pretty impressive juggling stunts. Knack on the outside, a high elf sitting next to you, kind of nudges you and goes, "Pretty impressive, huh?"
Kind of glare. And be like, I suppose. I don't like the high elves.
He does you know the TikTok where there's a guy standing in a forest path. He looks really intense, and he's saying something to the camera. And there's a girl that's like on a jog behind him, and she says, "Excuse me," and he turns to look at her, and she screams, and then he turns back to his camera. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely.
Anyway, that's what I imagine Knack looking directly at the high elf is like.
Yeah, Knack, you could make a great clown. You could be a much better clown than this clown.
Zinger. I go to dap up Benny. Here, keep it tight.
I kind of picture Benny's hands like a full like cartoon cylinder of it. Just like, boom.
You get a really meaty dap Gradient.
Thank you, Benny.
Where's Allison? She's missing the music. I know she'd appreciate it. She always appreciated mine.
Navros. I thought you were with her.
Gradient, we were literally sitting next to each other the whole time. Did we know kind of roughly where she went prior?
No, y'all have not been in touch with Allison at all this entire show because, again, you all sat separately for no reason at all.
I think Gradient would know where she.
Yeah, you think so?
They have such a close connection.
Why would I know where she was if we were next to each other literally the whole time?
No, yeah, it was just dawning on me that like she's not with us right now.
Do you want to do something about that? Like, you seem kind of invested more in the
Benny's
in the
invested,
show.
so we should all be invested.
I'm not opposed.
You get
I'm
that?
just trying
Why?
to figure out your motivations here.
No, it's just like we're always together.
There's a chorus of shushes around you as you're kind of loudly having this conversation.
Benny is part of those shushes.
As unbeknownst to y'all,
So is Knack.
from behind you, Bax bursts out of the tent flaps towards the seats. Y'all can't see him yet. We're going to cut back to.
Shut the fuck up.
We're going to cut back to Allison.
Yay.
Allison, you are engaged in a fight with
For now.
these vampire spawn. The vampire spawn on furthest to the left is going to rush at you and is going to kind of stomps heavily on the wooden planks, sending up sand, swipes at you with a claw.
Wait, I'm cool.
Doesn't really seem to be paying much attention to what you're saying.
That's crazy.
As his claws rake into you, but instead of doing any damage, he is going to grapple you, wraps his arms around you, like holds you so that you can't really move, and is gonna dive in with its teeth to take a bite attack at your neck. Sinks his teeth into your neck,
Ugh.
and is going to do 4 piercing damage plus 10 necrotic damage.
Can I Hellish Rebuke is what I meant.
You can Hellish Rebuke. But before you do, I will say that 10 necrotic damage lowers your max HP by 10 until you take a long rest. So you can only be healed up to 10 points below your max HP. You Hellish Rebuke, that's a dexterity save, right? Okay, it gets a 13.
Needs a 15.
Cool, so it's gonna take all of this damage as when it sinks its teeth into your neck, it explodes into flame.
Oh, okay. That's 22.
22 damage?
She rolled 2 10s.
Fire damage?
I thought it was
Holy
0 for a second. I was like,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Paris going into tonight was like, I'm going to use my charisma.
It's not working so far, even though I said I was
Yeah,
cool.
it's not- yeah.
Why not?
So this vampire spawn explodes into fire as it's wrapped around you, still grappled. This second vampire spawn is going to rush you as well. The one that's not picking up knee. It's gonna lunge at you with a bite attack as well, because you are currently grappled. It is gonna do 8 piercing damage plus 8 necrotic damage.
Oh no.
And then it is going to make a claw attack at you.
Stop.
Not listening.
She's so
I'm
charismatic.
so cool.
It's gonna do 8 slashing damage as
Okay,
it
well,
slashes across you.
I'm dead.
You're down.
Or I'm down. Yeah.
Allison faints. This vampire spawn releases you, and the vampire spawn who was reaching down to grab knee pulls knee up. Allison, give me a death save.
Whoa. I don't know. I've done this before. 9.
9. 1 fail for Allison.
Uh-oh. Do I know, like, me just as a person, like when I know like with D&D, like with vampire lore, if I've been bit, do I just die when I die?
You can give me a history check.
7.
You haven't read much about vampires. You're not sure. We are going, Allison, everything goes black. We are going to cut back to the squad watching the performance.
Do we hear any disturbance?
The music's so loud.
Is Bax in yet?
Bax is heading towards y'all. Y'all can't see him yet.
I cast Thaumaturgy and use booming voice, and I say, Gradient, you're gonna have to speak up a little bit.
Mavros, you get tapped really hard on your shoulder, and you turn around. There's a high elf glaring at you, but behind the high elf, you see Bax darting at y'all.
Guys,
Mavros, I don't think that was necessary.
hey, Gradient, you see Bax there? He was lured by the sound of my voice, so you can stuff it.
Oh, okay. So if Bax is here, then where's Alice?
Bax starts flapping and starts like motioning to the tent flaps where y'all came in from.
Wait, before that,
Yeah, go
Knack mage hands like a shush finger. Gradient.
Gradient, you see just like leaning across the aisle with his mage hand up on his against his lips. I guess you haven't seen Bax.
No, the mage hand is on Gradient's lips.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So Gradient like tries to swat the mage hand away. I don't know if it's like a physical.
I think it just goes through. Can you hit a mage hand?
Through.
A mage hand can
She
lift
can
stuff.
pick things up.
Yeah.
It wisps away when you do it.
Okay. But yeah, Bax is flapping and signaling.
Oh, I think he's waving us off.
I beg one day you use your brain cells.
Someone speak with an animal?
I could speak with animals.
We've never heard Bax's actual
Do we need to though? Bax is pretty obviously shushing us.
I'm gonna say that speak with animals doesn't work on Bax, as Bax is a magical familiar and not an animal.
I vote that Gradient stays and watches the show, and the rest of us follow Bax, because clearly he is.
Are you
just not.
telling that to me?
I'm saying it to everybody else except you, actually.
Gradient gets up from his seat, walks to the aisle, and heads towards Bax.
Allison, what happens to Bax when you go down?
Oh, I think he disappears.
So Bax starts motioning to y'all, and then evaporates into like a mist of black smoke. But the message was gotten across. He was motioning to the tent flap.
I look over my shoulder as I'm leaving, and as soon as I see the black poof of smoke, I make a gesture over my shoulder that's just pure like shock, and I'll do it on camera really quick.
Sure, yeah. Let me see it.
Oh, he's got both eyebrows up.
Good.
Benny, have you ever seen Bax just disappear like that?
Only whenever Bax has been attacked or something's happening to Allison.
I go.
Okay, Gradient runs off. Benny has expressed when Bax usually disappears to the rest of you.
Bax was sent by Allison to keep an eye on the perimeter, so he would have only come to us if something was wrong.
Like what?
Most likely someone's stuck in a well.
Where's the well? Where's the nearest well?
Yeah.
As Mavros and Benny and Knack discuss, Gradient runs through the tent flap where Bax came from, and where Bax was motioning to. Gradient, you burst through the flaps to get towards the entry. You see Allison and you see Nee being dragged towards the entrance of the tent by 3 vampire spawn. Originally, you were 120 feet away from where they were, so you should be 50 feet away from them now, but they have moved 30 feet. So you are 80 feet away from them right now. But you see them from afar. They're like halfway, they're like 30 feet away from the entrance of the tent where y'all came in from. There's nobody else around.
Okay. As soon as I see them, I immediately call back out towards the stands where Mavros, Knack, and Benny are. They're taking Allison! And then, regardless of a response,
Shoot up.
I go towards Allison being taken.
The rest of y'all, you've just heard Gradient scream that they're taking Allison.
Go get Allison.
We gotta go.
Yeah,
We gotta go right
run.
now.
Right behind you. That wasn't actually Knack's reaction though. Knack is like, oh, fine. And he's like, is watching the show like the whole time.
Yeah.
Really doesn't want to leave.
Oh, they're just getting to the third movement, but okay. It must be those little guys we saw in the toilet.
The what?
No time! And he runs.
Y'all like are kind of climbing over these high elves, the rest of the attendees, as you're scampering towards.
Grabbing food as I go.
Manny is shoveling circus food into his mouth. Knack is watching with one eye as this circus clown is juggling in the middle of the ring. Benny bursts out next to you, Gradient, through the tent flap into the concourse, this empty concourse. Y'all hear the muffled sounds of the circus continuing. As you left the crowd, there were some people who kind of looked straight, like oddly towards the tent flaps as Gradient just screamed they're taking Allison, but nobody really pays much attention. They turn back to watch the show. They're kind of annoyed as you climb over them. Benny, you burst out next to Gradient. Knack and Mavros, y'all run out 10 feet behind, and you see that Gradient was not lying. These vampire spawn have taken Allison. Two of them are dragging Allison. One of them is dragging Nee towards the entrance of the tent where y'all came in. There are torches lining the walls of this room that are casting like a flickering warm light over it. You hear the muffled music from the circus. It's all very loud, but y'all can hear each other talk and stuff.
Knack runs up and sees Allison being dragged, and he's thinking, oh my god, not these vampire things. But also is like, wait, they came early? What's going on? Because I'm thinking they're supposed to come later. So he draws his pistol as he's running. Vertical, not sideways, vertical.
Sure.
Like a 6-shooter. And cast Firebolt.
So Knack bursts between Benny and Gradient. So your Firebolt strikes one of the vampire spawn. You said carrying Allison, right?
Yes.
Cool. One of the vampire spawn carrying Allison. It seems like there's one vampire spawn that has like a little bit of char on it. and one that seems untouched. Which one would you are you firing at?
I'll do the char.
You strike this vampire spawn with your firebolt. Give me some damage. 2 damage, cool. This firebolt grazes this vampire spawn's head. There's like charred, rotten flesh that kind of flakes off a little bit as these vampire spawn. They don't seem particularly interested in engaging with y'all. They're moving towards the exit.
I have my bonus action. Can I use cunning action to
Yeah.
make that a dash?
Of course. So you're moving 30 feet closer, and you are just about 30 feet away from these vampire spawn who are kind of actively moving away from you.
I don't know what's a good way to word this, but don't like use physical or they're resistant to physical force.
Do with that what you will, everyone else. It's these vampire spawn's turn. They are not within melee or opportunity attack range, Knack. The 2 that are carrying Allison are going to move. They're encumbered with Allison right now. So they're only going to be able to move 15 feet. So they move 15 feet away from you. Actually, with a dash, they'll be able to move 30 feet. So they're essentially at the entrance to the tent right now. 60 feet away from you, carrying Allison. And Knack, you see, just like you saw before, a little bit of regeneration happening on the vampire spawn that you shot. It regains 10 HP as its like charred flesh kind of fades. Allison, give me a death save.
18.
18. 1 pass for Allison, 1 fail.
I'm gonna immediately start sprinting towards Knack, the direction that he ran, not dashing. And I hear Knack say, "They're resistant to physical damage."
Resistant to physical force.
They're resistant to
Yeah, that line echoes in your head, Gradient, as you run towards.
I run up and I kind of glance at Knack and Knack, you said physical force? And so Gradient pulls out his longbow. It's a little heavier than his short bow that he normally draws, and he's not as used to the weight because he hasn't used it in a while. Raise it up, point it at the damaged vampire with vengeance in my eyes, which doesn't really make sense because I haven't really interacted with these vampires before, but I've heard that phrase before.
Yeah.
And I loose the arrow at the vampire with a 28 to
28
hit.
hits.
It's gonna do 6 piercing damage.
Cool.
And also have the slow effect, or reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of the next turn.
Whoa.
Of my next turn.
So
Holy
cool.
shit. You're running, you shoot 2 arrows, strike it kind of, close to each other. You're pretty precise, hits it in its chest. There's like a hollow kind of like sickening thunk sound as it sinks into this undead vampire spawn's chest. The damage of the actual piercing doesn't seem to hurt it that much, but the residual booms from your hunter's mark seems to throw it off a little bit. It staggers and nearly drops Allison they're carrying Allison as a pair. Actually, this vampire spawn is going to take its hands fully off of Allison as the other one is dragging it, and this vampire spawn stumbles a little bit.
Obviously, try to use all my movement to get closer. And as I'm running, look at my bow because I haven't used it in a while, and I'm like, wow, thank you so much, bow and arrow.
Nice. That's the end of Gradient's turn. This vampire spawn that's holding knee is going to move 15 feet closer to the entrance, is going to dash. So it gets fully to the entrance. It's with the rest of the vampire spawn and Allison at the entrance to this tent.
Okay, Benny is shook seeing Allison passed out. He bursts out, sees it, and he, like Egg in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Allison, get up! And then he puts on, he has like a retractable helmet. He's gonna finally do some artificer shit for once. And he's gonna run forward 35 feet. The center of his chest of the armor glows where he has that gem from the necklace he had. Shoots lightning launcher. So that's I'm aiming for the one that is already most hurt.
Okay. So Benny, you throw your helmet on. You're clanking along in your armor along the dusty wooden floors. And Knack, you see that a jet of lightning flies past you as you see Benny running behind you. It strikes this vampire spawn who's already limping, barely holding on, like barely keeping up with his allies, fries him a little bit. He is having a tough go of it.
Are you able to use Bardic on death saves?
I'll say that you can. If you want to say something to Allison right now.
I do the really, instead of the little kid voice, you hear, get up.
Allison, that's how Benny sounds with his helmet on, echoing through his armor.
Yeah, I have a really deep, like, robotic voice when my helmet is on.
You have like the Darth Vader voice modulator.
Yeah, and suddenly I'm James Earl Jones.
Allison,
instead of Hayden Christian.
Those words rattle around in your subconscious.
Mavros walks 30 feet. He pulls out his bow and says, "It's been a minute. Let's see how my aim is." That's a 9 to hit.
9. The arrow soars past the vampire spawn, hits the top of the tent above the tent flaps as they're pulling these two out of them. Anything else you want to do?
Oh, just calibrate my aim. I can bonus action Misty Step. I'll do that. I'll do like 20 feet away from the entrance.
Okay, cool. You Misty Step. You are now only 20 feet away from the entrance.
Knack, I didn't think we'd have to, fight these bastards again so soon. Kind of tired of them.
You can tell. You can say that again.
Yeah, Knack, you see Mavros. Mavros just appears in front of you. It is your turn.
I'm gonna run up to the one carrying Allison, the damaged one, and on my sneak attack, I'm just going to. I have to use my dagger for this. 24 to hit. Okay, I got 6 damage for that dagger sneak attack, but I'm gonna do a sneak attack trip, which costs 1d6 worth of damage.
So give me all of that damage and then subtract a d6 from it.
So 2 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
And they must succeed on a 15 DC dex save or have the prone condition.
So you stab it with this dagger. You're kind of using the advantage that you're getting from this vampire spawn, like trying to keep a hold of Allison while limping from Gradient's arrows. You stick it in the leg with your dagger, try to trip it, but it maintains its balance and continues to stumble along. As you unleash kind of a flurry of dagger attacks at this vampire spawn, despite its considerable injuries, it manages to avoid getting tripped up by you. And after you stab it a second time, pull out the dagger, you see that at the start of its turn, it starts to regenerate a little bit of the health that it lost. It is still slow, so it is not really doing a great job keeping up with its fellow vampire spawn, but it is going to burst out of the tent and into the night beyond the tent. If you want to give me an opportunity attack as your reaction, you can, as it leaves your area of your melee range.
22 to hit.
That hits. Just give me some damage.
And 7 damage.
Cool. So you manage to get an extra little swipe of your dagger in as it bursts out into the night. This other vampire spawn that's also carrying Allison is going to burst out again as well. You can't use your reaction on this one. So the one that ran out first, it was essentially at the entrance already, and it slowed, which cost it 10 feet of movement. The vampire spawn holding Allison is going to be able to move 30. They are out into the night. Knack, you see them disappear through the tent flaps with Allison. The rest of you also see that. Allison, give me a death save. You are unconscious right now.
16.
16 is a pass. You do not feel as though you are getting any closer to death.
Yay.
Gradient, you are currently 60 feet from the entrance of the tent. You've just seen Knack deliver some quick dagger strikes into this vampire spawn holding Allison, but the two vampire spawn that are holding Allison have managed to leave the tent. You are 60 feet from the entrance right now. What do you want to do? There's still one vampire spawn inside the tent holding Knee at the entrance.
I see the vampires leave the tent with Allison, and all Gradient's eyes are set on is Allison and trying to make sure that we don't lose her. So I'm going to dash all the way to the entrance of the tent with 70 feet of movement.
You get there.
As I pass Mavros and Knack, I hear them mutter about how they've seen the vampires before.
Yeah.
And I say in passing to Mavros first, Mavros, you seen these fuckers before?
Oh yeah, one of them had our number. Now there's 3.
Any weaknesses?
You know, they're sensitive to sunlight, as you might assume, being a vampire. Maybe one you didn't know is running water. Great weakness. And they cannot enter. Is it a residence or just like a building?
Residence.
I'm like rushing past Mavros, so I catch like the first 2 items that he said.
Oh, and they can't enter a residence without an invitation.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Knack, you have to help me heal Allison. I just need to make contact with her.
I give a thumbs up. I can't do anything right now, though.
Wait, why?
What's it? It's not his turn. He's taking his turn.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant like you can't say or talk. Or
No.
like, what? I just can't. It's not process this whole brain of mine. All right, I exit the tent.
Cool. You run out of the tent and you are able to run 10 feet. So you are only 10 feet away from Allison and from the vampire spawn that is holding her.
When I exit the tent, I make sure to yell back, "They're to the right," or that's the direction that they went.
Yeah.
And my legs are kind of feeling it because, this old bird doesn't do leg day. It's normally flying. Allison! I'm assuming she can't say shit.
She's unconscious. You see that she's unconscious, being dragged by this vampire spawn. You've dashed. You burst out into like this windy, dark, I guess seaside city pretty much. So you're feeling the humidity, the salt in the air. The wind is blowing strong as you run out. You've taken your dash action to get out here.
When I get outside, I feel that wind and rush of nature hitting my ear and nose, and I kind of lock in and dial in like the hunter origins that I come from.
Cool.
My eyes turn red in a metaphorical sense.
Sure. You see red.
I'm ready. I see red.
Sick. Gradient is locked
I see
in.
prey.
That's cool.
You ran past the vampire spawn that was holding Knee, but it could not take an opportunity attack because it is fully holding.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Knee.
Yeah.
This vampire spawn holding Knee is going. Knack, you've already taken your reaction, so you can't really do anything about it. Is going to also run out of the tent. It is going to burst out into the outside. It is going to go the other way. Because it sees Gradient right there. It's going to go the other way around the tent. So it's going to turn left outside, is only going to be able to make it about 15 feet holding Knee. Well, with the dash action, it can make it 30 feet, dragging Knee along the grass.
Am I seeing out of the entrance, or they've kind of, I'm not able to see them?
You can see out of the entrance. You can see that it like leads out into the night, but everyone has turned so that they're like on the sides of the tent. So you can't really see anyone right now.
I'd like to do some tinkering. If you'll allow it, I would like to tinker. I have a sling. Anything like a little rock, chicken nugget I see on the ground with a bright, the idea that it's going to, I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with 5-foot radius light. I'm going to shoot the chicken nugget out of the tent. I'm going to first move as much as I can, 30 feet.
Okay.
Shoot the chicken nugget that I've tinkered out of the tent to shine a light.
Yeah. I'll say you can do that. You shoot this, I guess there's chicken nugget on the ground. I feel like that's not out of the question.
At least in his pockets.
Yeah.
It was originally on the ground back
Sure.
in the, yeah.
You shoot it out, and it lands in the grass, and it's emitting light. 5 feet, you said?
Yes. 5-foot radius light.
It's there. It's out there in the grass.
And it smells really garlicky. I'll look at Knack and I'll say, you can do this.
Why me?
Nike, you have a bardic inspiration from Benny.
I looked up my shirt and it says, why always me?
Mavros, you're up. You're 20 feet away from the tent flap. You've just seen, you've seen Gradient and all of your enemies carrying your allies run out of the tent flap. Circus music still blaring from inside.
So if I moved 30 feet, like out, and then went outside, how far would I be from the vampires?
You would be right next to Gradient, essentially. You'd be 10 feet away from the vampire holding Allison.
Who is very weak.
Hurt, for sure.
We'll do that.
Mavros, you run out of the tent. You turn to the right. You see Gradient in hot pursuit of the vampire spawn, dragging Allison. You run up next to Gradient. You're side by side with Gradient right now, 10 feet away from the vampire spawn, holding Allison.
You mentioned the air was very humid.
Sure.
So if I were to use shape water, could I?
No.
God damn.
Bro thinks he's the Avatar.
I'll cast Sacred Flame at the one holding Allison.
No, literally.
Actually, can you cut me saying bro thinks he's the Avatar, because I'm afraid we're gonna have some fans that they're gonna be like, Aang and Korra never actually bent water out of the air. It was Katara. You know, I just want to let people know that I know ball, okay?
But
I
Corey,
just don't wanna-
theoretically, they could do it, and you didn't imply that that.
So it's a Dex 15 save.
And it passed.
God, fuck.
So it rolls out of the way of your sacred flame, pulling Allison as it does.
I see which way they go, I assume.
Well, Gradient yelled there to
Around
the right.
corner.
Yeah. You run out of the tent, round the corner.
And then what do I see?
You see Mavros and Gradient 10 feet behind the one carrying Allison. You see that one is running off to the left with Knee, rounding the tent. It seems like they're going towards the back of the tent. That's where they want to go. One is carrying Knee, running to the left. One is carrying Allison, running to the right. And there is one, the one that's the most hurt, is like 30 feet away from you.
Should I go round the other way? Do you guys got a hold on this?
Yeah, cut them off from the back. Cut them off from the back. Cut them off from the.
I lied. I go left.
Okay, you're running
Follow
left.
Knee.
Are you like where are you trying to get to?
I'll try to get to Knee.
Okay.
And am I able to get there?
Yeah, for sure. You take 30 feet of movement to get right up on this vampire spawn that's holding Knee.
I'm gonna kind of like try to run with and just like use my firebolt, because like I don't want to like stop.
Sure.
Because I assume they're looping around, so I'm just gonna kind of be running and then like firebolting.
I mean, you should probably firebolt when you're like 10 feet away from it so that you don't get
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So you firebolt as you run. Give me an attack roll with your firebolt.
Got 10.
10 misses. Firebolt flies off into the night as you're running, but you do get right up next to the vampire spot.
Does it look like Sozin's comet when he misses?
Yeah.
What part?
Don't know.
Yeah, let's ask our resident Avatar expert.
Yeah. Okay. I just like keep running.
Are you gonna
With it.
bonus action dash, or you're staying next to it?
Yeah, I want to stay with Knee.
So you're running alongside this vampire spawn who is dragging Knee. The vampire spawn who has been hurt is going to regain 10 more HP. Is going to just keep booking it, I think. And this vampire spawn disappears into the woods that y'all are kind of close to. The one that's carrying Allison, Mavros, you're kind of right up next to it. It's going to take a swipe at you with its claw.
He's got claw.
And it swipes at you and misses. It's kind of just barely holding on to Allison. It's going to do another one and hits this time.
How do we know it hit?
It's going to do 8 slashing damage to you as it rakes its claws along your chest. And it is going to move 15 feet. Mavros or Gradient, y'all could take opportunity attacks as it runs away from you.
Immediately take an opportunity attack with my trusty short bow this time.
It has to be melee.
I got a dagger.
With my
No, he
trusty
meant he
talons.
hits it with the short bow.
Yeah. Both of y'all take your
weapon.
opportunity attacks.
24.
Yes, sir. Nat 20. Yeah, we take that.
Whoa! With your Talon.
With my talon, yeah.
What'd you get, Mavros?
3 damage.
3 damage, rounded down to 1,
7, including crit.
rounded down to 3. Allison, give me a death save.
Nat 1. But can I use heroic inspiration on death saves?
Yes. You haven't used your heroic?
Well, did I? Well, I didn't know if you actually meant it when I, got
gave
one
it
for
to you.
rescheduling.
I did.
So I did add it.
Yeah.
Can I use it?
No, I did. You do have heroic inspiration that you have not used.
If I roll another nat 1, I'm actually gonna cry.
Nat 20.
4.
4.
You have?
Okay.
I have bardic.
It's not worth it.
But
on
it's
that.
not enough.
It's not worth. You could get it if you got a 6.
Allison is
Yeah.
still alive on 2
Probably not worth
death
it.
fails and 2 death saves.
Oh my gosh, that was so stressful.
Gradient, you're 15 feet away from this vampire spawn that's carrying Allison towards the woods. Everyone's moving towards the woods right now. On the other side of the tent, maybe like 60 feet away from you, Knack is chasing after the vampire spawn that's holding Knee.
All right, so I'm still sprinting towards Allison. Grasp beneath my talons, running towards. I feel the dew on the grass. I'm just taking all of nature in right now for some reason. I'm a hunter.
You are a hunter.
Hi.
That is true.
And I approach Allison and reach my arm out, my hand, wing, creation, whatever you want to call it.
Creation.
And I touch her leg and I cast Cure Wounds
Huge.
for 10,
Huge.
11 damage.
Allison, you feel what do you think you see as you're kind of spiraling in between life and death at this point?
I think Allison has gone back and forth. I think at the start she was like really angry and saw like all the like things that we like have overcome as like a crew and just like in general and like her father and all that. And then she heard Benny's weird voice and like started to kind of come back out of it. And then I think Gradient also shouted at her and then maybe she went back down and now she's like slowly coming out again and like reaching up towards the light.
Sick.
Gradient says, get back in the fight, soldier.
She's like flinching her leg away from Gradient too.
And as you are touched by Gradient, you gasp to life. And this vampire spawn looks down at you, kind of shocked. You wake up, you're outside all of a sudden. You're getting dragged along the grass. If you want, you can try to break free of this grapple with what's left of your turn.
If I break free, can I still be near? Unless he like runs away or something.
You'll be right there.
15?
Works.
Yeah.
So in this vampire spawn's shock, nice Gradient, nice there. In this vampire spawn's shock that you've woken up, that you've gasped awake, it drops you and you are right there. You're lying on the ground right now, but you are right there with the vampire spawn and with Gradient.
I whisper in Allison's ear, or attempt to whisper in Allison's ear, you got killed by a vampire.
Yeah, I
Are
know.
you a vampire?
I know. No. Wait, am I?
Vampire spawn.
I don't know that.
The one holding Knee next to Unak is going to take a swipe at you with its claw.
Whoa.
It gets a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
And it is going to do just 5 damage to you. 5 slashing damage. It is going to take another swipe at you and hits. Does 9 slashing damage to you. As it takes 2 quick claw attacks, it is going to continue to drag Knee.
All hellish rebuke.
You hellish rebuke as it swipes at you. It's going to make a dexterity save. Does a 15 pass?
Yes.
Okay, so give me damage. It's going to take half of this damage.
Half the 6.
It's
That's
going to take
3.
3 fire damage and is going to run past you. Benny, you're up. You're the only one left in the tent. You are currently, I believe you're 30 feet away from the tent flaps.
Okay, I'd like to move 35 feet.
Cool.
Start.
You run out into the night. You are like right next to Mavros, essentially, just a little bit removed from the vampire spawn that had been holding Allison is 20 feet away from you. You see across the way that there's a vampire spawn holding Knee, fleeing from Knack right now.
I would like to fire a lightning missile from my chest. Lightning beam
At the one that was holding Allison.
at the one that was holding Allison. 14 damage total.
14 damage total on this vampire spawn that was holding Allison.
Yeah, I'll give a bardic to Mavros, who's right next to me. Slap him on the back. This is quite the circus.
Mavros, as Benny slaps you on the back, you feel a little booned by that. It's your turn.
So this one that went into the woods is like out of sight, out of mind at this point.
You can't see it. It's disappeared into the trees.
But I've got this bastardo in front of me.
Yeah, only 20 feet away.
They can eat this ice knife. 25, that hits.
Sure hits.
Or 3 damage.
3 damage. This ice knife strikes through its chest. It staggers a little bit. Doesn't seem to be too hurt. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna move towards upside down Knack.
You run along the back of the tent towards Knack. Knack, that's your turn. Mavros is running towards you. This vampire spawn's running away from you, holding Knee.
Is Need dead?
Knee's unconscious.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Nice. Okay, yeah. It's gonna make a wisdom save. It's an 8.
It fails.
So it fails. This vampire spawn drops Knee, starts cackling.
Oh, now you fucking laugh.
Anything else you want to do, Nat?
Go up and like pull Knee away from the vampire spawn.
Okay, yeah. You're able to drag Knee just like a little bit. Because it's it's hard to move with a being. That is the vampire spawn's turn, who is up next to y'all. It is going to look down at Allison. The one that was carrying Allison is going to look down at Allison, kind of glance at Gradient, who's also right there. All of your allies have rushed out into this field. It is going to turn and it is going to flee towards the woods. Allison, if you want to use your reaction, I'll let you do an opportunity attack with disadvantage from a prone position. Gradient, you can also give me an opportunity attack.
Can a cantrip be an opportunity attack, or does it have to be?
No, it has to be a melee.
With my Telltales.
With your you can do it with your Telltales.
Nat 1.
Sick. You stumble and fall onto the grass.
Allison, you distracted me because you wouldn't answer my vampire question.
I'm not a vampire.
How do you know? How do you know?
I guess I don't. Bardic. 15.
15 hits.
4.
And this vampire spawn is going to take a full dash action and is going to disappear into the woods. Allison, you're up. There's only one vampire spawn remaining out here in the open grass. It is laughing. It is Tasha's Hideous Laughing.
I'll drink a potion of healing.
Cool.
And I will run, I guess. So I can get to him, but I can't. I'm out of actions, right?
You're out of actions.
I'm going to grab his ankle.
Okay. For flavor, you reach out towards his ankle. You can't really do anything mechanically. Gradient, you're up. You've just seen Allison run towards this vampire spawn that's laughing.
Guys, I'll finish this one. I take out my longbow again. Little nonchalant. Draw my bow. Hand at the shoulder. Let loose. 2 arrows at once? No. Can't do that. That's not too realistic. A 16 and a 24.
Both hit.
8 damage and 12 damage. But right before I do my action, I move my hunter's mark to the...
Sure. give me hunter's mark damage as well.
Of course.
5.
5 hunter's mark damage.
6.
Okay. You hit it with 2 arrows. There's a
Laugh
burst.
with this arrow in your chest, vampire. Wait.
We'll see if it does, because it's going to make a couple wisdom saving throws here. And it passes. So it stops laughing and looks at you, Gradient, and says, "It's not funny. That wasn't funny."
This guy? You're talking to me?
And I got mogged by a vampire spawn.
I sprint him as quick as possible.
Okay.
With my 35 points of movement speed.
As Gradient's
35
sprinting
points.
towards him, he also sprints away. He's going to take a dash action to disappear into the woods.
I look over Allison, like assuming he's right behind her, and I'm just like, where is he?
You didn't. Okay.
He's gone.
You're the one with Hunter's mark, buddy.
Wait, okay, just to be clear, Hunter's Mark doesn't like glow. It's right.
We never established.
In your mind, Palace.
I think in your
can.
mind palace it does.
Anything can happen in your mind palace.
Allison, you were distracting me again.
I don't think I can reach knee and take an action.
No.
Got knees there.
Then I will do a healing word.
Nice. What do you say from across the way?
Child, it is not your time.
Knee goes, "Oh," as Knack, you're holding her.
Holy shit, Benny.
And with that, y'all are at the moment not in range of any enemies.
Gradient passes out for a long rest.
And falls asleep on the grass, and that's where we're gonna stop for now.
Oh my god.
Allison almost
insane.
died.
Almost died.
That was close.
Did you start the session with less than full?
Well, I think I was only down like 4. I think I had like 33 or something.
Where did you take damage from?
30.
The tentacles on the stairs?
Probably. Likely.
Long ass day
Something
for all of you. This day
Yeah.
started with you
Not a good day.
trying to get over those tentacles on the stairs.
That's
and
crazy.
now here you are.
I'm so sad he got
I
away.
did 4 damage.
You had 4 damage?
I did 4 damage that whole session.
Well, we can. I think.
Vampire spawns I'm just not calibrated for.
Well, even though that like it has a +6 on its dexterity saves, like you could like even with half on your lightning bolts, you could do a lot of
I was
damage.
about to cast lightning bolt and they all
Yeah.
wimped out.
What's your spell save?
15.
So it's like a 50-50 chance essentially. I think you just did you didn't really. I think you are pretty well equipped for Vampire Spawn because you're like the only full caster in the group pretty much.
Well, it didn't help me last time or this time.
Well, yeah, I think you need to not get in your head about what they're good at. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. This has been Blunder Dungeon. Allison didn't die.
I did not die.
We'll be back next week to see where we go from here, because who knows? Bye.
Bye.
We'll see ya.